starting the day off as positively as I can. These comments over on the Come Together Eric cover, the Beatles, fantastic. Just thank you. Uh, I appreciate everybody felt there was a high energy performance. That is fantastic. Crusader, I got some Hammerfall coming up right away. Greetings back to Norway. Hello. And this is the way. Love it. Makes me happy. Well, thank you. I don't know if that's having fun with it at all or just enjoying Eric and his covers. Either way, what a nice start to it all. Now there's way more than this. Let's move on. Over on Hank 3 and Don't Describe. The original song was called Country Heroes. I think Devil Driver maybe. I weirdly enough, Devil Driver and what was Death Angel was the last actual show I worked. What we're doing now at Knotty Pine does not count. Or what she's doing and I'm participating in on the side. I am not a promoter or don't book bands. Someday I'd like to have an artist come up and feed them and talk about everything except their career. I just think that would be the best way to do it. Everybody else talks about the same things everybody wants to hear. I'd rather have a conversation no one thought about having. Or at least fringy enough to make it worth our time. So there will be no quitting, if you know what I mean there, Mike, at all. I hooked up champion Jack Dupree with Mick Taylor. I'll try to keep going on. I don't know how I'll do it. It could be that commitment to waking and baking and spending time with my friends. And then, because we're here, the simple truth is that we'll fall ass backwards into it, hopefully, as we're going through comments here. But Mike Diner said something that made it. I'm always saying, oh, this comment made me happy. They all, positive stuff is awesome. That is a little cha-ching is nice, but with what I'm going to tell you here, I hope you understand. I was bragging. I told Edge, someone else defined my superpower, and I'm okay with that. And Mike was saying, moments, it felt like we're here together hanging out. Like I'm ready to hand you something and maybe we could, move past this moment and just go do something. And it could be chores, as sad and depressing as that is. But it appears that a lot of people's harder time when you spend it with me. I appreciate that because it looks like you're out there busting your ass otherwise. I can't relate to that at all. Oh, wait, I'm back to my week starting over today. And the new cook, that made it 2 days. I'm pretty sure people should not apply for jobs anymore unless they're really, really willing to work. But I don't know. I don't know. Moving on. Well, nobody at Mercules, and, it only got 19 views. And I thought it was good, but I think it might have been the second list. I might have heard it non-video, but then was that not a video? No, that wasn't a video either. I think I might have heard it on both their channels is what happened. So, hey, no a big deal there. Over on this clipping one. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. They were raging for the machine back when they were allowed to rise to the top. Yeah. with a political message and a lifelong sacrifice. I think maybe because I think they're a contractual arrangement. I believe. Now I could be wrong, Marty, but I think that's what you mean there. That yeah, because that's the difference, right? We could see the independent artists that are allowed to, or contractually obligated artists who speak their mind and then get brushed to the side. And Rage, they still, well, not the singer, Zach, he kind of took off. Oh, that reminds me that that side project he was in that I liked. I gotta find that again. Oh, okay. Yeah, but they were raging for whatever movement their contractual obligation allowed them to, I think is your point. Yep, we're allowed to. And yeah, I think that's 100% true. Did I like it? Sure. Because it was that message that got under the skin of some people, really moved others. In the end, was 100% full of that divisive. We won't be unifying anybody. We're on a revenge narrative, and I still enjoyed the music, right? But I believe for a long time on the channel, it's been, honestly, if revenge is your thing, go back and find my coexist rant, because I honestly think that's the truest thing going on out there is that, yeah, they want to coexist with everybody but the people they hate. They just want to do them in. And we can't have, we can. Things could go crazy. Yeah, what is it? I got to check into this. Did 4chan really gone? They said no more. Gosh, maybe 4chan was a secret government-funded side project. I don't know. I heard it got like hacked or something, but I don't know. I just really think the whole thing's interesting. Moving on. Oh well, that's okay. Let's change the channel. I got No, this must have been the, I think I'm witty and cute. No one else knows that I'm witty and cute because, it's just a couple folks on the bus. And look at that. We still just need the short bus. That doesn't mean we belong on the short bus. It just means we don't fill that many seats at the same time. Out here in the country, the party buses are not big. You can't load up a massive. Those buses are full going to the casinos. That gig's taken. I'm not doing that. We're not on casino runs, that's for sure. That's your thing. I'm not going to knock you for it, but I'm not dropping you off at the front door, if you know what I mean. Now, over here on I Thought I Was Witty, but Nobody Cared video. I'm just playing. For real. I don't care. If I cared, I'd stop doing this shit and just suck it up, right? And I could pick 5 or 6 bands and we could just start doing numbers all the time. But what the fuck fun would that be? Crusader, we'd ass out the Hammerfall. I like Hammerfall. I got their own playlist. They rock, right? But this is for us. And the people who like it, but you know what I mean. And I don't want that to go away. Screw that. This is more fun. But now, if anybody's interested and you just don't, you could push mute, so you don't have to listen to me pretend I'm witty. Just read the back and forth. The Crusader just looking for some reactions. I appreciate the interactions. Gives a little list here. I picked a couple off it. They're let's get it on. When we start with the Hammerfall, and sometimes Hammerfall just in your bloodlines. You got to go with it. Yeah. So, we got other stuff too. I'm gonna try. I'm trying. Not gonna quit. I'll try to make this as long as possible. Not this video. The reaction channel last as long as possible, kind of thing. But all of this just Crusader and I going back and forth. Very cool. Getting to you very soon. And I had the only opinions on 9/11. Not that anybody else. I'm just an island adrift in the sea of no care. That's not true. A lot of people care. Just didn't. That was a long video. I didn't. 45 minutes. That you got to have time. So no big deal there. But no interaction over there. Now I'm guessing. Whoa, hey Ghost, how you doing? It's fun. We had a fun thing over here, I think. Hey, Brenda got a shout out. That's awesome. But the pinned reaction, Christina, I haven't expected your reaction. I have seen many already, but I was still asking myself, where Rollen? Oh, glad you liked the song. I did, and the video. That was cool. Love your energy and your willingness not to discredit the band because the subject matter and other songs didn't click with you. Well, just because I don't like one song, there's bands that I just skip over a track, right? Whatever's. This idea that I have to have everything the way I want it, I'm not self-serving in that way because what the hell do I care? I mean, art is subjective. I think we covered that with the banana taped to the wall. Yeah, that's your thing. That's your thing. I'm willing to look at it from all the angles that exist within it. Brenda, the real MVP. I love that. No, I did not. No. Live with 215. No, I didn't. That was an accidental fat finger downvote if you get that. I didn't mean that. I love that. That especially has been awesome seeing your ghost journey from the first. Yeah, and I'm not gonna quit. That was just a fan. I'm sorry, because Brenda, the fact that she sat through so much crazy stuff. Brenda's one of those viewers that I am so grateful she's along for the ride, and then I give her credit for watching stuff way out of her comfort zone. And to be honest, if seeing it as Halloween-esque is the easiest way to interpret it, yeah, I would argue since Nightmare Before Halloween, or what Nightmare Before Christmas, Halloween has become. There's been a fans, big fan base that we're willing to have Halloween 24/7. I think. Okay, so let's see. We got to translate. It's always a pleasure to see your reaction of a favorite. Let's see how he enjoys Ghost. Oh, very cool. Thank you, Vincenzo. Forgive not many people have talked about the range of his man. Yeah, he is a very good singer, and I will. Dream Warriors by Dokken. I grew up on that. I'm pretty sure I saw that tour. I think this is a very fine comment, and it does address something that I never do. So I appreciate you. Yeah, I don't think you're taking a shot. I think you're filling in blanks for me. I appreciate it. It's the pedestal placing that we would give a little pushback on. And now self-deceit, and in an interview, Tobias said in an interview that the song is about self-doubt, self-deceit, that you will feel at night. And yeah, totally buy this, because my whole angle way over there in the corner is all my opinions are for entertainment purposes only, and I can only filter songs through my life and my experiences. What do I get from it? And I'll tell you, where is it? I was just reading this article today. Not an article, but it's a little headline about the person who produced American Psycho, and then how they don't understand the meme and the bro culture around it because they thought they were on the other side of things as an indictment or endorsement of some gay lifestyle choices. Well, cool either way. I don't care. I thought it was funny how the person who created it didn't like what people had did with it. And I'm like, wow, then you need to make that straightforward cookie cutter preachy stuff. Oh, wait, that doesn't sell. But to hide your message, you have to put stuff out there of a subjective nature, right? Not everything we like, not everything we're going to hate. But you got to put it all out there. And I don't think that has anything to do with this. Well, I'm just. Oh. Yeah. But the song can also have a double meaning for getting over some type of heartache. He is definitely a lyrical instrumental genius. He also self-produced the album as well. I believe I've reflected on the fact that what I did learn is it's his project. He's a producer on top of everything else he does, because the hiring, and it's his thing. And I don't know much more. But the double meaning, I've spent enough time listening to the rap stuff now to know that the cipher is real in a lot of places. And this was that discussion on Sleep Token and their reflections of the life they live on the road. But there was just bent kids who worship that band taking some weird personal meaning from it. But the guy's on record saying, here, it's about the turmoil we feel being on the road, which is such a common theme in songs, even though it's probably one layer down. Because it turns out the life is a pain in the ass, along with being other good things. But it's a huge pain in the ass, and the illusion is always more ghost. The illusion is always more than reality, right? It seems to be something that sometimes it's not. But this is an opinion. And I go from a really small corner of that world, and that's all I know. But boy, did I see a lot. Very interesting, very cool. I just think I think it worked, as I told Edge. I thought it worked as this kick-ass love song. But I can see the self-doubt, self-deceit, instead of the obvious, it could be about another human, it could be about an intangible, and then you're able to do almost anything with music. Well, this song is about my feelings of fear and intimidation of shadowy things I know nothing about. Bumps in the night or fears, and then you can do anything, right? Oh, that's very cool. I think we'll wrap it up with this. I didn't find the one thing I was really looking for. Was it over here? Might be the longer one. Is this the longer one or the shorter one? It's just the song for Archangel. The first reaction was pretty good. I'm just seeing if there's any catching anything. Here we go. I'll give you a few more. All right. Here, I think this is what we're on. Now, yeah. First off, I hope other people come check this out, because Brenda, I was just talking about you. Sometimes you can fall into scary, weird ones, and then sometimes they're about things that are so real. It's okay. We get to talk about them. Look at you. I don't mean this harshly. I mean, from one end of the lifeline to the other, people deal with real things. Truth be told, one of our problems was taking the stiff upper lip, pretending everything was okay. Pretending everything was okay kept us from figuring out everything's not okay. And that's as middle of the road as I can get. You pick your own issues. Well, and then Icarus Falls, I believe, is a member of the artists, I think, or a big fan of. And yeah, that's my deal, it turns out. If I just wanted to profit off their music, that'd be a completely different gig, you know what I mean? Um, it's not. Banana Split's a great band. Banana Art Stupid. Banana Split's great band. Nice. That is that's worthy for me. Yeah, no, Ravenous. There was a lot of things in that one. Um, very often we can spend too much time stirring up the shit in our own. Oh yeah, escapism, profit. Yes. I know. This is the truth. So I'm not done or nothing, but now that I'm focusing on trying to make some things really come true. Here's how I think the working class, like my dad, he understood right away. He used to obsess about jobs that he was forming. If he had a foreman position, he was stressed about the job getting done on time, under budget. It took up space in his head. Whether you're doing that just as worry or focused energy, if you will. Now, I left the worrying part behind and now have tried to see something before it comes true. What does it look if I succeed for, let's say, the house? Well, that energy now, it gets me. I'm sleeping. Now I'm almost a week of sleeping like shit. But the work is going really well for the most part. And there's no change. We're gonna make the best of it, especially if they're not. If I don't have to work doubles all the time, it's gonna be fine. And that'll wrap it up and get to some reactions now. But it's been a while since I addressed comments, and I wanted to get in there. I know I'm far from having succeeded, but boy, do I appreciate the people who take time to interact with my life on a level that makes me feel like, well, friends is the wrong word, but pretty damn good associates. You know, I never shook your hand per se. I wouldn't want to call it something it's not, but I'm positive I would be honored too. And the rest is just comments on a video across the globe. But boy, does it feel nice. So thank you. And that is, now on to, some of the bus riders, some of my favorite bus riders' choices. That's the thing. I like Brenda there. Brenda's everywhere. Brenda asked for a song, she get the song. It hasn't asked for hardly anything, I don't think. Crusader in every reaction. Mike, I appreciate you all so much. Because at the very least, the only ones that kind of know there's something going on between them all. Mike Henry used to give me that. And God, he gave us so much time. I can understand and have dealt with the loss. It's effort. No shit. I put out a lot of content, but then the only people who go and watch, if you watch all the content, you realize it's all kind of still intertwined, I hope. I hope so. I hope I'm not blowing smoke up nobody's ass yet. All right, on with the show.